Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I'm going to go over our mini Thanksgiving released for August, and I'll go over sizes and everything else. So first of all, I will start with our stencils. We've got a new 2-layer Acorn stencil, super cute stuff. It ends up looking somewhat like this. That's Distress Oxide ink on Desert Storm cardstock. Then Sunflower stencil, that is 2 layers again. And this is also on Desert Storm cardstock. And if you want to wait till the end of the video, I will do this and you can watch me ink this up so you can see how it goes together. But it's super, super fast and easy. Second of all, we've got the adorable new stamp set and outline die set called Gobble Up Gnome. And then there's the Gobble Up Gnome outline dies. And then quickly, I have an A2 size card base. And let's go over all the sentiments. So we've got just a little corny card to say hello, Gobble Up Gnome, Grubbin' with my Gnomies, Thanksgiving with my Gnomies, Give Thanks and Eat Pie, Gnome Kisses and Thanksgiving Wishes, Have an Amazing Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving to my Gnome. I've got no matter what, always be thankful. And lastly, I have thankful, grateful, blessed to have you as my Gnome. So super cute stuff and gorgeous, gorgeous fonts, super cute sentiments to go with your gnome dies. So there's that. Okay, next we have our gnome dies with the Thanksgiving add-ons. So quickly, these are the cards that I've made for the release, but I just want to show you the different things you can do. So this is a turkey gnome. I've got a pilgrim gnome holding a little turkey leg. I've got, he can hold a little thing of corn. This is a pilgrim gnome again, holding a little pie. And then here's a little gnome holding a little sunflower. So those are your choices for what you can hold. There we go. And it's adorable. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, you can watch me putting these together so you know where all these pieces end up going. So that makes it super easy for you. We also have the Octagon Dies Turkey Add Ons. So this goes with your Octagon Treat Box die, which is super cute stuff. And I did make a card and a treat box showing you how that looks. So there's the treat box and there it is on a card. And choose the way. Do you want to make it look like little googly eyes or do you want to make it look like the turkey has cheeks? It's up to you, but there you go. Stay tuned to the end of the video and you can watch me put these together so you know where all the pieces go for that. And then last but not least, we have the freebie. So this is the freebie with $60 purchase. There's always some rules. So you want to check that out as to when the cutoff day is. But it's free with a $60 purchase as long as you've got one item in the cart. As long as they are in stock. And like I said, check out the Jaded Blossom store site and it'll tell you what the rules are to get this. But it is super cute. Stamp set and outline die. And I will outline dies and I will show you the sizes of these on an A2 size card. So here's your Acorn, super cute stuff, along with the sentiment grateful and thankful for you, beautiful fonts, great outlines, and there you go. So that is the whole release. So if you want to watch, continue watching, it will be me inking the stencils, putting together all the dies for you so you could see how everything goes together. So thank you for watching and stay tuned. Okay, everyone, so here I am, and I'm going to ink blend these new stencils. So I'm starting out with the Acorn stencil. It's 2 layers, and I'll start with the tops. I'm using Wendy Vecchi's Make Art Station, along with Nina Desert Storm 80-pound cardstock, and I'm going to ink blend on some Distress Oxide inks. So first, I'm going to start with Gathered Twigs. There we go. And I'm going to quickly go ahead and, oh, I said tops, I meant bottoms of the acorns. You know what I mean. So I'm just quickly using my Tailored Expressions blending brush and I'm blending on this ink. Now I do this a little quickly. This is sped up, but I just wanted to say it didn't take too long and you can make yourself some awesome you know, blend an awesome blended background, your own pattern paper, which is great, right? So there we go. This is a 6x6 stencil, and it did slide a bit because I wasn't very careful. So there was a little boo-boo on it, but I left it in because, you know, I could use the rest of it, right? So now I'm lining up the second stencil, and I'm going to be using ground espresso on the top of that one in Distress Oxide ink, right? And I'm just using my same Tailored Expressions blending brushes and just blending away. So I just want the top darker than the bottom, just so you have some definition. And I love inking on Nina Desert Storm with Distress Oxide because the ink just looks beautiful on it. It kind of gives like a nice glow. I don't know. It's just hard to explain, but it really does look gorgeous. So there we go. And this would make a super cute card, and it would certainly go with Jaded Blossoms dies and stamps. So there we go. Isn't that cute? Super cute. So second of all, I'm going to do our sunflower stencil. It's a 2-layer again. And I'm just going to ink it up onto Nina Desert Storm again, but this time I'm using Walnut Stain for the center. Same thing, using my, my Tailored Expressions blending brushes, and I'm just going to blend that ink on, right? You want to kind of go both ways, get into all the crevices there. You don't want to miss anything because it is detailed. But like I said, so easy. And the nice thing is wouldn't this be cute? A cute background for that gnome holding the sunflower die? Like, come on, adorable. And we do have acorns, you know, from our last release that you could have the gnome holding the acorn die instead. And there we go. So now I'm lining up the second layer of the sunflower stencil, and I'm using fossilized amber. I just wanted to use kind of like an orangey yellow, a dark yellow, taking the same Tailored Expressions blending brush and blending out that ink, covering up all of that, all of those sunflowers. And I do go a little heavy-handed, so I do get a little bit of leaking, but it actually kind of makes it look, I kind of like the look of it, so I'm not complaining. So there we go. I just really saturated that background. I wanted it to be opaque and really cover that Nina Desert Storm. And now I'm going to pull out the brush that I used for my brown inking, and I'm just going to ink around the centers a little bit just to give a little bit of variation in the leaves of these, you know, sunflower flowers. So there we go. I'm going to pull it off, and isn't that pretty? Oh, so gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to put together these dies. So we've got the Octagon Turkey Add-on dies, and you're going to want to use our Octagon Treat Box dies. So first of all, I'm starting out with the G-Mint Tyndalo cardstock. It's got a, what's it called? It's got a wood grain kind of background. It matches my card bases and my treat box base, so I want that to be on the back. And then I've got American Crafts cream cardstock that I cut the tail out of. And then next I'm going to add in all my feathers that I cut out of gingham linen from Rainbow Petite Prints Doodlebug. And I'm using some art glitter glue and some reverse tweezers just to add those feathers on, lining things up. Remember, the turkey does cover the base of the feathers, so that it doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of want the ends of the feathers to line up. So I do put an acrylic block in between, and you know, as I add my glue, I'll put an acrylic block on just to make sure that it sticks down well. So there we go. Now, if you don't have the Octagon Treat Box dies yet, like, why? Why haven't you gotten them yet? They're so cute. They make adorable cards and even cuter treat boxes, perfect for all the different seasons. And the nice thing is, if you are Canadian like me, a lot of times the Thanksgiving dies and stuff come out late. They come out like in October. And guess what? Like, Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, so we never get to use any of the Thanksgiving stuff. But this time, this is the, you know, for the Canadian Thanksgiving, this is awesome that it's come out this early. Now, it's also awesome for you Americans that want to get cracking on your Thanksgiving crafts, right? So now this is the body. It is American Crafts cardstock again. It's kind of like a, I don't know, it's kind of a bit like a burgundy-ish color. I just taped it in place with some see-through tape because I want to glue down the wings first. This is cut out of American Crafts cardstock also. So I've got little wings. Isn't that cute? There we go. And I also did this in case you wanted to pop up the front of that turkey. I did not do that. I kept things relatively flat on my treat box and my card, but you could have popped up the front of the turkey if you'd like. And this is a method that you could use to do that. There we go. Isn't that cute? Well, I guess, did I pop it up? Am I losing my mind? Oh, you know what? Sorry, I did pop it up on one of them. Sorry, guys. I used 3M foam tape. Anyway, so this is the method that you'd want to do if you want to pop up the front. There we go. I kind of forgot that on the treat box I popped it up. There we are. Isn't that cute? So now I'm going to put together the rest. The little feet are cut out of American Crafts, kind of like an orangey color. And I'm popping those up also. And then I've got the little, I don't know, what's that called? The wattle? I'm not even sure what it's called, but I cut that out of red American Crafts cardstock. And then the little beak is cut out of American Crafts cardstock again. And both of those will be popped up with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And like I said, this is super easy to put together. So if you haven't jumped on the Octagon treat boxes from Jaded Blossom, you know, hop on and join all the fun. Like, especially if you got little kids, they'd love to put these together just for fun. Like, you know, I just think that they're so darn adorable. Okay, so now I'm putting together the eyes. The whites of the eyes was paper tray ink white cardstock, and then the blacks of the eyes, where the pupils were American Crafts cardstock in black. So now I'm going to put down the little eyes using using art glitter glue. There we go. I'll pop them in place. Your reverse tweezers come in handy doing this, because then you get your fingers out of the way and you can make sure things are straight. And isn't that the cutest thing that you've ever seen? Like, how cute is that? It's just too darn cute. So that's the little Octagon treat box. And then this is another way you can put it together. You know, instead of making Google Eye looking eyes, you can make cheeks. So now I'm going to put together the Gnome Dies Thanksgiving Day add-ons, and you're going to need the Girl Gnome Dies or just the plain Gnome Dies. So first I'm starting out with the gnome. Remember that if you're making the guy gnome, you always want to start with the beard. Now you can trim off that hat that's on the normal shadow and, you know, make room for the pilgrim hat, and that lines up perfectly with the top of the beard. That's why you always want to start out with the beard. I'm just going to weight it down. I'm going to add in my little brim of the hat. Now this black hat is cut out of American Crafts cardstock. There we go, and I'll weight that down. And then I have this Star Dream metallic cardstock in onyx for the little sash on the hat. Is that a sash? I'm not even, band? Yeah. And then this is American Crafts Christmas foil 6-inch pad, and I cut it out of gold. And I'm going to glue that down using art glitter glue. I keep saying American Crafts over and over. There we go. And there's the little mustache with the little nose. My skin tones are always cut out of the P13 stamping pad skin tones. There we go. Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to pop up the little feet. The little feet are cut out of American Crafts black cardstock, and the beard was cut out of G-Mint Tyndall cardstock from cardstock.com. So now I'm going to put together the turkey. So you've got the little girl gnome put together, and now I'm just going to add the turkey details to the top of her hat. So that is American Crafts cardstock again for the, for the head of the turkey and for the hair. There we go. And the eyes are the same American Crafts cardstock for the black part and paper tray ink for the white part. There we go. The same things for the little turkey waddle. And the little nose. Oh, the nose is cut out of Doodlebug's gingham linen on the gingham side. There we go. This is just the cutest thing ever. I'm just going to pop up that little beak. Isn't that sweet? It's just a sweet way. So you've got a little girl gnome, and she has the cutest little turkey hat, right? I just think it's adorable. Remember, with the girl gnome, you always want to start with her dress and kind of work your way up. Isn't that sweet? So now I'm going to put together the tail. So I went ahead and I cut the tail out of that G-Mint Tyndall cardstock from cutcardstock.com. And then I'm going to add in my little feathers. Those are from Rainbow Petite Prints from Doodlebug. Isn't that cute? There we go. I'm just sticking them all down using my art glitter glue. I just think this is the sweetest thing ever. So I'm going to get a little drink. I'm going to start coughing in a second. It's dry down here, my goodness. Now I'm going to use American Crafts cardstock, and those little stripes are cut out of that. I'm going to add those on to each little turkey feather with some art glitter glue. Isn't that sweet? I just think that this is the cutest thing. And really you can make anything into a turkey, right, with this tail? Like how cute is that? I just think that these gnome dies from Jaded Blossom just knock it out of the park every time. They are the cutest thing ever. And if you haven't jumped on our gnome train, come on, join us. It's so much fun. And we'd love to see your creations. Remember that, you know, if you order, order some products from Jaded Blossom, open it on oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Social media. Open it on social media and show us, tag us. We'd love to see it on Jaded Blossom's Garden of Creativity, their Instagram site. Also tag us and share your projects. We'd love to see them. So there we go. So now I am going to pop up that little girl gnome on the back of this, you know, in the front of this little tail. And isn't she the sweetest? Like, I love the little pilgrim gnome and I love this little turkey gnome. Like, how darn cute is that? It's adorable. So cute. So now I'm going to put together the other little accessories that go with this set. So this is a little corn. So I'm going to put the corn piece down first. And that was cut out of Doodlebug's gingham linen, both the leaves and the corn. And I cut the background out of, what did I cut the background out of? Black. So American Crafts black cardstock, just so I can see where I line things up. The nice thing is that it gives you a place to stick and pop up your hands. And then you can, use dimension and pop up the whole thing or just stick it down flat. So isn't that sweet? Oh, I just love that. Okay, so now that I have the hands popped on, I'm pulling out some Copic markers. The first one there is YR23, and I'm just going to be putting dots to represent the corn. Now that's YR27, and then I'm going to pull out Y38 and add a few more dots, and it just kind of gives you that kind of maze-looking corn for my little corn. Isn't that cute? So yeah, I think that's so cute. So now I'm going to put together the little sunflower. So I've got the sunflower cut out of American Crafts black cardstock. I'm going to pop on the stem. That's cut out of Doodlebug's gingham linen again. And, all of these, everything that I used to make all of these little dies will be listed on the blog post that correlates, which post that I use these little images on. So this is my sunflower top, cut out of gingham linen again, and I did some ink blending around the edge with fossilized amber. There we go, and I'm going to stick it down with my art glitter glue. So like I said, this is really simple and straightforward, I think. So I'm going to line that up using my reverse tweezers there. There we go. And then the centers were cut out of American Crafts cardstock, like 2 colors of brown. And I'm just going to layer those up with some art glitter glue. Again, using my reverse tweezers. There we go. Oh, getting it lined up. And how cute is that? And then I will add my center. I'm going to pop that up with a Stampin' Up! Dimensional. There we go. Isn't that the cutest little thing? There we go. And then I will pop up the hands like I do always with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, the little mini ones. And I'm using P13 stamping pad, the Skin Tones one from, I think it's scrapbook.com. That's kind of my go-to lately. There we go. And then I'm going to pop up his little hands. And then you can have any little gnome holding this sunflower. Isn't that cute? There we go. I just think it's adorable. Okay, so next I'm putting together the little pie. So first I'm going to add on the little pie tin that's cut out of American Crafts. American Crafts Christmas foil cardstock in silver. Then I'm going to pop the top on. That is cut out of Nina Desert Storm. There we go. I did some ink blending with gathered twigs. That's a little white piece of paper tray ink cardstock on top of that. I'm going to pop up the little hands. There we go, with some dimensionals again from Stampin' Up! And add the little hand cutouts there. using my reverse tweezers. And isn't that sweet? The little orange part was actually cut out of Doodlebug's gingham linen again. So now I'm putting together the little turkey leg. The white or the cream is the little bone. And then the main turkey leg is cut out of G-Mend Tyndalo cardstock from cutcardstock.com. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Put on that American Crafts black silhouette that I always use. I'm going to pop up the little hands with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. There we are. And then I believe that's all of the pieces today. Isn't that cute? So you really want to get your hands on all these little all these little Jaded Blossoms gnome dies, right? So this is what they look like holding them. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, Be Inspired, the Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on all these amazing products. Remember, for our hop, you want to, comment on each stop because you have a chance to win a free stamp set of your choice. And, let's be honest, Jaded Blossom stamp sets just rock. So you're going to want to do that. And that's about all. So thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And remember, there's another video to watch today of me creating a couple of projects. So thank you so much for stopping by. And hopefully we will see you soon in my next one. Bye, everyone.